CDC, the Center for Disease Control, is not on our side. The CDC hasn't been on our side for a long time. Think deep state. But with health and medicine, the CDC equals pure corruption. Nothing showed us more than that than the COVID pandemic. They deliberately hid information from us. They fear-mongered us based on zero science. And their number one job is to keep Americans healthy. That's all they're supposed to be here for. But they became political, and they failed miserably. So spare us the crocodile tears when RFK is cleaning house at the CDC after years of doing everything but having our best interest at that place at heart. But this, folks, this is what we voted for.
I understand there were a few other individuals who resigned after the firing of Ms. Montas. One of those individuals wrote in his departure statement that he identifies pregnant women as pregnant people. So that's not someone who we want in this administration anyway. So if people are not aligned with the president's vision and the secretary's vision to make our country healthy again, then we will gladly show them the door.
Caroline, can I just go to the back?
In case you didn't know, the CDC has been going through a major upheaval over the last couple of weeks. Lots of people are being fired by RFK Jr. Lots of people are leaving. The White House said it fired CDC Director Susan Montas on Wednesday, and several top CDC officials walked out the door when she got fired. Cue the liberal uproar, people storming out, people protesting. This guy actually worked for the CDC, and he's now resigning. And I say, who cares? I say, good riddance, goodbye. Look at that guy. He worked for the CDC. This guy referenced pregnant people in his resignation. Pregnant people. Of course, the folks at CNN have no problem with that at all.
I just have to say, he did use the term pregnant people in his resignation.
Oh, come
letter.
on.
I'm sorry. If that is like the way you're presenting information, I have two questions about your credibility.
Scott, it's so amazing.
It's not a ruse. He really wrote it down.
It's a ruse because people are dying.
This guy's not credible to me. That's all I'm telling you.
Scott, are you serious?
Come on.
No, he is not credible.
No. Are you serious that this is
yes, he did write it.
That of all the things that we're talking about here, immunizations, vaccines, autism, the research on communicable diseases, on cancer, and you are the most concerned about someone's use of the word people.
These people are obsessed. But all that is what I talked about yesterday. It's exalting mental illness. Remember yesterday we talked about the trans shooter? There's no trans people. There's two genders. There's men and women. You don't change your gender. No matter how weird you think you are, you're a man or a woman. There's no trans. There are no pregnant people either. They're only pregnant women. That is science. It's irrefutable. And yet he defends his lunacy on CNN, but of course.
I find it outrageous that this administration is trying to erase transgender people. I very specifically used the term pregnant people and very specifically added my pronouns at the end of my resignation letter to make the point that I am defying this terrible strategy.
I mean, don't you want your CDC people to be steeped in science? That guy's not steeped in any science, I know. Certainly not biology. This is a person who should be nowhere near this country's public health. A person who doesn't uphold science, but instead upholds mental illness, has no business having anything to do with health policy for the United States, period. Bye. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. These are the kind of people who need to be removed. And I'm frankly surprised it's even taken this long. Thank you, RFK Jr. We're not interested in your complaints and your protecting their feelings. The CDC destroyed children and ruined trust in health institutions for a generation. Just to start, let's watch this.
We're vaccinating so very fast. Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
Now to the latest on the pandemic. Rochelle Walensky, director of the CDC, has tested positive for COVID. Officials say Walensky tested positive last night and is experiencing mild symptoms. She is up to date on all of her vaccinations.
Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick. Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick. Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
See what we did there? lying through their teeth and zero apologies or real admissions of any guilt to this day, folks. Do they really think we've forgotten? When historians look back on the COVID years, they won't just document a virus, they'll document the collapse of America's most trusted health agency into a factory of fear, censorship, bad science, and politics. And bad science is putting it lightly. The CDC didn't just miss the mark. The CDC repeatedly tripped over its own contradictions, buried evidence, and treated the public as an obstacle instead of as a partner in trying to figure out how to keep us all healthy. Here's RFK Jr. telling it like it is.
But, the CDC is an agency that is very troubled for a very long time. And anybody who lived through the COVID pandemic and saw all of these bizarre recommendations that were not science-based, all the misinformation.
Look, there was always zero chance that RFK was going to come in there under the umbrella of President Trump, and there wasn't going to be the snowflake meltdowns. We knew it was going to happen. USAID got gutted, and suddenly the coffers of deep staters and swamp creatures were no longer being filled. Now, we can change the guard at the CDC and find out just how deep those pharma pockets really were. Serious, cry me a damn river. These people dropped the ball so hard, it dropped through the damn floor. They ruined people's lives. People died alone. The CDC wrote public health guidance that allowed corrupt and self-serving teachers' unions to close schools, mental health issues, the disastrously low education level of our kids. The CDC had blood on its hands. Their job? One thing: control disease. It's in their name. They failed. We know that this country is the sickest country in the developed world. Yet they lied over and over again, spent nearly $1 billion on an ad campaign to tell us that the vaccine stopped everyone from getting COVID. I haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten. And yes, RFK Jr. is cleaning house. The CDC director is out. The deep staters, well, they're resigning. Pregnant people. Watch as the leftist media insists that that's chaos, some sort of chaos. We call it cleaning house. We call it making it better. We call it culling the herd, get rid of the ones that were ruining the herd to begin with. Well, this is exactly the kind of chaos we voted for. Time to break up the Big Pharma clubhouse. We voted to break up the deep state. Maha, maha, all the way. Folks, he's doing exactly what he told us he was going to do. Think about this. RFK Jr. was running for president against Trump. Trump put all that aside and said, you know what, you're the right guy for this. And he brought RFK Jr. in, and now RFK Jr. is cleaning house, quietly cleaning house. This is exactly what we want. Exactly what we paid for. All right, we will, oh, by the way, $1 billion lottery tickets. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes when we come back.